All right, hi there, Facebook and Periscope. Welcome to a live feed from the Desert CrossFit page. This is pretty exciting. This is the first time we're feeding live from Desert CrossFit. So today you are tuning in to find out what is sleep and why is it important to you. This is a big one. For those of you who haven't seen any of these videos before, my name is Cheryl, and I'm the founder and owner of Desert CrossFit, the first CrossFit training facility in the Coachella Valley. And I'm really, really excited to bring this information to you because this is stuff that I've actually struggled with a lot. And I've been doing a lot of reading for my own information's sake. And some of it is so cool and so crazy that I really want to share it with you guys because I think it's really going to help. And because of that, if you know someone, well, if you know somebody who sleeps, chances are that you do. Can you share this with them? Because this is totally rocking my world, and I think it would probably rock theirs too. So that being said, without further ado, we're gonna go for it. What is sleep? I mean, other than the fact that you maybe drool and maybe snore. So sleep is actually a natural, she's laughing, a natural restorative periodic state of rest for the mind and body. So what is that? Well, it is actually an elevated anabolic state. Anabolic meaning builds you up. And it heightens the growth and rejuvenation of your immune system, as well as your skeletal and muscular systems. Basically, sleep rebuilds you and makes you youthful. Yay. Keeps you youthful. That's pretty important stuff. So the things that it does, it fortifies your immune system, it balances your hormones, it increases your physical energy, it boosts your metabolism, and it improves brain function. All this stuff is, you can't get by without it.
Pretty important.
Pretty important. So here's something that's kind of crazy. So sit down for this. Unless you get quality sleep, the sleep that you need, you are never, and I repeat, never, going to have the body or the life that you want.
Wow.
That's kind of heavy. Never. Never. Did you get that part? Okay. So in our culture, we are programmed to work harder and work harder and work harder, and consequently we sleep less. Okay, I totally believe in working hard, but we need to work smart. There is actually research that shows that if you are sleep deprived for as little as 24 hours, there is a 6% reduction in glucose that reaches your brain.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know what that actually means? Like when we're sleep deprived, we get dumber.
Simply put.
Yeah, simply put. So this is exactly why you ever been really tired and you crave chocolates, you crave sugar, you crave Krispy Kremes, whatever it is that you can shovel in your face. This is your body's way of making sure that you get that glucose back to the brain, and you do it now. Okay? This is built in to our genes. It's a survival mechanism. If you think about in the hunter-gatherer days, having decreased brain function can be really costly. That might actually mean that we fall prey to a predator, or it's our decreased ability to get food. Mm-hmm. And that means our survival. That's pretty important. So more specifically, there are two parts of your brain. This is like the science geeky stuff. This is the parietal lobe and the prefrontal cortex. These are two parts of your brain that actually lose 12 to 14% of its glucose when you're tired. So these are actually the parts of your brain that are required for thinking, for social control, and determining the difference between right and wrong.
Wow.
I'm going to give you an example of this. Have you ever been super stinking tired? For you students out there, perfect example, you're cramming late night study session. Or those of us who just stay up late and we want to watch that last episode of whatever. Have you ever made a decision that is so incredibly dumb that when you look back on it later, when you're rested, you think, what was I thinking?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Go here. There's actually more. When you are sleep deprived, it kind of comes down to the battle of the ages. It is between your willpower and your biology. So you can be completely committed to exercising your hiding off and eating healthy, but when you go into that glucose deficit, the deck is stacked against you. When you start to lose brain function, all your body knows, all your brain knows is get that sugar back in. So whatever you are committed to is gonna fail. that sort of sucks. Let's see. What else? Oh, there's more. So this is kind of crazy. There was a study by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine that actually showed that poor sleep was equivalent to binge drinking and marijuana use, as it's detrimental to learning.
That's crazy.
So that showed that college students who were actually sleep deprived were getting worse grades and probably more likely to drop out than their well-sleeping counterparts. Kind of crazy to think that sleep deprivation is as damaging to learning as binge drinking. It's kind of heavy,
Yeah.
you know? So there's a really big difference between working and being effective in your work. We can certainly work more, and we can work more and sleep less, but the quality and effectiveness of our work is going to suffer. There was another study that subjects took longer to complete tasks and actually made way more mistakes than those who were well rested. So think about it. You can actually sleep more, and you might work less, but you're going to work more effectively and efficiently, and you're going to have to go back and clean up way less mistakes than if you skimp on your sleep. You're going to be more creative, have more energy, and greater access to the parts of your brain that do problem solving.
And you can be nicer to others.
And you can be way, way nicer to the people around you. No joke. Not that anybody gets crabby when they're not well rested. Not me. It never happens. So you've heard the old adage, you can sleep when you're dead. Yeah, so if you don't sleep, the time that comes around is going to happen a lot sooner. Not to mention, the time that you're still here to enjoy it, your life is going to be a whole lot harder. So your choice. Something else that's really kooky that I learned.
Kooky?
Sorry, geek
That's
word.
cute.
Your brain has its own waste removal system. That's right, its own. So during the day, your brain is busy learning and navigating and of course making you incredibly awesome. But it also builds up a lot of waste products that are removed by the restorative power of sleep. Now, if this waste removal system gets backed up, just like a garbage disposal, things get really nasty really fast, right? Now that's what happens when you don't sleep, is everything starts to back up and you're unable to remove those waste products. It is actually believed that the lack of being able to remove those toxic products from the brain are one of the foundational causes of Alzheimer's.
Wow.
That's really serious. So you start to think like maybe we should be sleeping a little bit more. So here's something I do. When I have a big day ahead of me, when I have a meeting or I have a presentation, then I make sure that I like literally will go into my phone and I'm going to schedule getting my ideal amount of sleep so I know that I'm going to be the very best version of me. Also, I know that sometimes I think like, oh God, I have to get to bed. I have to sleep. I might be really enjoying my activity, but I have to go to bed. Instead of thinking of sleep as something we have to do, what about reframing it and thinking sleep is something I get to do? Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky I get to sleep. It's awesome. It's it's yummy. Yeah, I get to enjoy it. Just how you look at things. Be grateful that you get to sleep, because you know how good it feels when you wake up and you're well rested. So another thing you can do to actually boost your sleep is take naps. Naps are awesome too. In my mind, I see it, there's two different kinds of naps. There's the little bitty cat nap, which is like 30 minutes or less. The cool thing about those is that you stay in the lighter stages of sleep, and so when you wake up, you're not groggy, you can hit the ground running, and it's great for boosting mental alertness and energy. Super good stuff. The other kind of nap is your longer, like your 60 to 90-minute nap. So we're talking potentially a full sleep cycle, but it might not be. So you're going to get into the deeper stages of sleep, and you might actually wake up and be really kind of in deep sleep, and you're going to feel that sleep drunk kind of groggy sort of stuff, but it will pass. These are really, really good for athletes, so it's great for boosting recovery, improving memory, creativity, and skill acquisition. So for those of you that are athletes, I know when I do a hard day of training, it's really great for me to lay down for a longer nap because I end up feeling a lot better later on. Making sure to get them done early enough in the day that it doesn't end up messing with your nighttime sleep. So now that we're talking about naps, you got me thinking. I think it's my turn. You guys, you might have to go now. Thanks for tuning in. If you missed any of these other videos, you can definitely check them out on the Desert CrossFit Facebook page and also the Desert CrossFit YouTube channel. And remember, share, 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 because everybody needs their Z's. So until next time, bye for now.